Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this wonderful new Let's Play series here in Farming Simulator 22 with me, CY, here on Court Farm's map by Oxygen David. This is the brand new map released by the same map author who brought us the lovely Calmsden Farm map previously, which I did a Let's Play series on. And yes, we've started a new save now. Much like with the Calmsden Farm series, there are going to be some rules in place for this series. Okay. To do with various little bits and pieces. Various things. At the moment, I have no vehicle or equipment mods installed in the game. I don't think. There might be a couple of leftovers from Calmsden Farm. And a couple of things. There's the new Deutschfahr tractor from Giants, field service trailer, the Lamborghinis from Calmsden. There's a couple of little mods. But as you can see, I'm not running a lot of mods in this series at the moment. Mods are going to be added as we get going along. However, we are using all the DLC that is currently available for the game. And we are using precision farming again for this save. I'm playing with seasons activated, and what I'm going to be doing on this particular series is doing a little bit of a, how shall we say it, a bit of a aiming it. I'm going to aim this series a little bit more at the beginner player, almost like a tutorial series for newbies. For people who haven't really played a farming simulator game before, but there's a lot of new people getting into farming sim, as I've seen in my streams recently, and things. And there's some people that need a bit of a breakdown into what we do in the game and how you get into the game, how you basically get started with farm sim, how you understand everything and things like that. So this series is going to be me, basically playing as if I was a noob who's never played farm sim before. Obviously, for long-time channel viewers, you will probably say, well, yeah, you are still a noob who doesn't look like you've ever played farm sim before. But, obviously, for some players out there, some of the stuff I'm going to say in this video might sound, in this series, might be a bit like I'm teaching you how to suck eggs. You just have to understand, obviously, that there's players of all different experiences, abilities now in the community, and I'm going to try and help out some new players. So we're here on Court Farms, which is, like I say, the brand new map by Oxygen David. Been looking forward and waiting for this map to come out for a while, and I'm so pleased it's out. I've not looked at what we've got in the starting fleet of equipment. We've got a John Deere 4755. We've got a Massey Ferguson 3670, and that's nice. Harvesters, we've got the New Holland CH770. We've got a telehandler. We've got a little Crampé half-pipe trailer. Little 7.5 metre header for the harvester. I'm going to have a header trailer for that, obviously. A little 2.5 metre plough. A little 3 metre cultivator. There's the header trailer. Telehandler tools, so we've got bale forks, 2 lots of bale forks and a manure fork. We've got a baler. We've got a mower attachment. Fertiliser spreader that only does fertiliser. We've got a little 4 metre seeder that does all our grain crops by the looks of it, and the additional crops that Oxygen David has added to the map. I will get onto that a little bit later on. We've got a power harrow, and a cultivator. Bit of a double up there. And we've got 2 weights. We've got a class weight, and we've got an AGCO weight. Interesting. So that's our starting equipment. Right, let's have a look at the map then, because I've not looked at the map yet, ladies and gents. Here it is. Wow. What a lot of fields. Okay. Right, we have got on this map linseed as an additional crop. Again, people who played on Calmsden Farm will know and remember that crop as an additional. We've got rye, we've got field beans, and we've got alfalfa. Okay. We are going to have stones and things on the map, obviously. We've got ploughing on, periodic ploughing is required. All the options are on, weeds are on, all that sort of stuff. I'm playing with everything on, turned on. I have started in new farmer mode, hence why we get the little farm to begin with. So we get a farm, and it looks like a big grass field there. We get field 54, which I'm going to guess is grass too. That field 54 is grass. That is not a grass field. We'll have to go and investigate that in a second. We've got a wheat field, and we've got a field with, I believe, nothing on it. Does need ploughing, though. Okie dokie. Right. Things to look at. Right, well, firstly, let's go over here and have a look then. Hello, farm dog. I mean, this looks like a grass field. To me. It might not be strictly designated as like a field in the map app, but it looks like grass. And then obviously we've got the pig pen down here. 2 pig pens actually. 1 sheep pen, 1 chicken pen, 1 cow pen, and a horse stable. Okay. But yeah, this just looks like a bit of waste ground. A place for us maybe put placeables. Maybe that was Oxygen David's intention. Give us a bit of room to put some placeables and things. Nothing to stop you though coming down here with a plough, create field mod, and making your own field. So yeah, nice UK looking map. Nice pond there. Wonder if that's where we get our water from. Open the gate. So I haven't actually looked at this map. I've not even loaded it up and done like a bit of a map tour. So everything I'm seeing, I am seeing for the first time right now, along with all of you guys. So it's going to take me a while to get used to where everything is on this map. And we'll be figuring it out together, ladies and gents. That's my plan. So there's the telehandler. Some sheds. There's our silo. Storing stuff. There's our wheat field ready to harvest here in August. We ought to check the growth calendar on the map. Now, obviously, when you first start the game, you always start the game in August. And you get 1 day in August before you go into your seasonal settings. Now, I'm choosing to have 5-day season on this particular series, on this save. So what I may do in a moment or two is actually go and sleep and get us into September. And then everything can start to go from there. And we've got full 5 days to tackle all the jobs that we've got to do here on the map. But yes, we've got precision farming installed as well. So I will be doing some, obviously some tutorials on that. We're going to need to get a soil sampler and do some soil samples of fields. After we have harvested this field, so we can do that. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting started on this map. And like I say, this is going to be very much, for those of you that watched my Calmsden series, it's going to be in the same sort of vein and feel of Calmsden. Same kind of humour, hopefully, in the videos as well. Nice repair shed in here with my tractor. I've got the plough in here ready to go. Excellent. There's one of the weights. I think that's the class weight there. That will go on, probably go on the John Deere, I imagine. A Massey Ferguson over here. Another shed. Right. So yeah, my plan will be then to obviously get the harvester going first off. So we want to do our wheat harvest. Got all our telehandler tools around here. Court Farm rabbits. Not sure quite what we do with rabbits, but it's nice. New animal types. I am using the enhanced animal mod again, as well in this series. Also, much like in Calmsden, I'm not going to be picking up any of the collectibles. I'm not going to be taking any of the free money from the collectibles. We are going to earn every penny on this map, ladies and gents. No freebies, no handouts. If I want any money, I'll have to borrow it from the bank. And then I'll have to repay it. Repay the loans when I can. Obviously, for the save to be considered complete at whatever point in time we choose to say the save is complete, we must be debt-free, so no loans. We can't have any leased equipment. All equipment must be owned outright. And obviously, fields must be purchased. We mustn't have any kind of fields on lease or hire or borrowed or anything like that. I'm also using the Better Contracts mod. So once again, much like in a lot of my Let's Play series now, there are rules. Contracts must be completed by the end of the month. Otherwise, we get fined for incomplete contracts. We also can't borrow equipment until we've done a certain number of jobs for each farmer. So there's no leasing and borrowing farmers' equipment to do contracts until we've got a good reputation built up with the farmers. But we do get a little bit of a discount with the farmer for every contract we do. Now, it is currently set that I get a 2% discount on their fields for every contract. 2% doesn't sound like a lot, but over the course of a series, if I do, 10 jobs for one farmer, that's 20% discount I can get off field purchases for him, which is very nice. Now, I've waffled on enough. Let's jump forward, get the harvester. Let's go do some harvesting, ladies and gents. Okay, so we've got the harvester. Now, just got to get him out of the shed. Let's get him tight over to this wall here. And we've got our pivot point. There we go. And we're out. So harvester has been picked up. I've already got the header trailer taken over to the field via the Massey tractor. And I've got the John Deere equipped to rock on to the trailer. Now, the reason for that is... the John Deere tractor is more powerful than the Massey. So as the trailer fills up with this lovely crop that we are about to harvest, the trailer will get heavier and therefore harder to pull. So we want the tractor with the most power pulling the I'm stuck. A little bit unconventional. Get into the field, but we've done it. Right. I'm going to have to spin round a bit more though. Alright. Head her out. So, first harvest. We're commencing. Now, should not be dropping straw on the headland, which I'm not. So right now the harvester is just cutting and blowing chopped material out the rear of the harvester. And we are keeping all the wheat in the tank. Now, it's quite possible, as this is a fairly generously small, nice little field, I might decide, after I've done the headland run, on the rows, to drop straw. That way, we've got a baler, we can get some bales of straw done, and we can sell those, as well as our crop, and maximise our money. Now, I am looking at the weather forecast at the minute, up in the top corner of the screen, because it is forecasting rain. So it might be we may not get all of this field harvested today in August. Okay, the weather, if it comes to rain, we will have to stop harvesting because rain reduces yield. If you try harvesting in the wet, it's going to cause you problems. The game will tell you that. You can, however, in FS22 decide to ignore that and actually carry on harvesting the crop, which is something Giants added in FS22. However, if you are concerned about your yield and want to get the most crop off your field for your effort and the work that you've done, I would advise you not to harvest in the rain. Same when it comes to contracts. If you're doing a contract harvesting, you really do not want to harvest in the rain because there's a very good chance you might end up not actually meeting what the target requires for delivered material, and then you fail the contract. So yeah, just doing a quick run around the edge of the field to begin with. And headlands are a thing. Now I'm recording this part of the video on Saturday lunchtime really. It's been a couple of days since I recorded the intro to the episode. I wanted to make sure there was nothing massively majorly wrong with the map that required it to have an update that would require you to have a new save before I decided to jump in, record a whole bunch of episodes and get, you know, too far into the series really. So I thought I'd just hang on a few days after I did my little intro, because then we're not going to, if I did have to restart or anything, I'm not going to lose any progress because I haven't actually done anything. And here we are, first harvest, first crop, and then obviously after we've done this we're going to have to do some work on the fields, because we're going to need to do some ploughing, some cultivating stuff. We also need to do some soil sampling, because we do have precision farming mod installed and active. So there's a chance I'm going to have to go buy myself a little tool from the store so I can come and take some samples of my soil on my fields and be ready. Now, just wondering if I should do a second headland, or I should start just dropping straw. Right, we'll go down to the bottom of the field, because what I like to do when I harvest, I like to do it in a spiral fashion, okay? Which means I don't just go up and down, zigzag. I go basically up each end of the field. The reason I do that, other entrance into that field, that one might have actually been better for me getting my which was I'd have to turn around with the header trailer. I'm just thinking, because again, the great thing about these Oxygen David maps and these UK maps is they do make it, the field entry and exits are very, very tight, especially for harvesters. And sometimes you actually find yourself thinking, how do I get my header trailer into the field, my header, without doing crop destruction? And how can I connect it to my combine without doing crop destruction? Yeah, those are things we need to look at and work at. Okay? So, I'm just going to take a screenshot for my thumbnail. You can see I've got my little helper in the cab. That's the passenger extension model work. So any vehicles that support the Kubota DLC and the passenger extension mod now, one of the things I like to do is I don't like to do great big straw heaps at the end of my fields, so I always reverse my combine. I'm also going to get that bit of straw that I missed first time. Right, we need now trying not to do crop destruction, because I have it on some players turn crop destruction off because they don't want to destroy their crop and they want to be able to drive all over it. I like to play a little bit realistic. So crop destruction for me is always on. The only time you will see crop destruction not occurring is if the AI is doing any jobs or tasks for me, because the workers do not cause crop destruction. Now, we are getting a little bit full. We are at 54%, so first unload will happen shortly. We'll get the John Deere down here to help us with that. Yeah, I'm just going to do I'm going to do the baling, straw baling, I think. And look at getting rid of those bales straight away. It's nice to have a bit of income when you first jump on the map. I also remember, because we've started in New Farmer, ladies and gents. Just lift up there. If I go into the finance screen, we just have the 100 grand. We do not have a loan. We can borrow money straight away. And that money is based, the amount we can borrow is based on our capital. What we own in terms of equipment, the cost of and price of our equipment, and any obviously buildings we own and things like that. So basically what the bank will do is they'll calculate a cost of your farm, which obviously over time increases as you add to it. They then do a percentage of that, and they allow you to they calculate a percentage of that, and that is what you are allowed to borrow. Okay, so potentially at the moment, because we don't own a lot, I won't be able to borrow a lot of money in terms of buying new equipment, changing equipment, getting any other fields that I might want to own or purchase. But it's good to know. Just whiz down here. The hedges right there. I'm actually going to reverse on this row and keep the straw spreading out. What I don't want is a great big hump of straw. I don't like to see great big humps of straw at the end of the field, because I know with most loading wagons or balers, they will struggle to pick that up. Okay, they will struggle. Need to get a little bit tighter, you know, hedge. I don't want to drive through the hedges. I know they don't really have collisions on this map, but still, I'd rather treat it sort of realistic and not drive through them. Okay, we are at 74%. I will probably summon or go and get the John Deere and our trailer at the end of this row. It's nice, isn't it? Nice little harvester. Again, not added any new mods in between the intro that I recorded and today. Still keeping things very, at the moment, vanilla. Like I say, if anyone has got any... I mean, basically, before I start worrying too much about vehicle and equipment mods, I need to play on the map a bit and get a feel for the size of the map, and also how easy it is to travel around the map. Because the last thing you want is great big hulking equipment and find out that all the roads on this map are very narrow, like the ones on Calmsden, and are completely unsuitable for great big long massive equipment. For example, in the Calmsden series, trucks and trailers were a no-go. You could not get trucks and trailers around the map, and you actually needed to have trailers that were shall we say quite short wheelbased as well, but still had decent enough capacity. Right, let's go and get the John Deere tractor. Here we come. Like I say, the harvester is running. I should just be able to drive up and unload. First lot of wheat being emptied into my lovely little tripper trailer, and we haven't got to go too far to the silo actually. So that's not bad, that's not bad. Turn that around. So yeah, using the John Deere tractor because it's got the most power. So as this trailer fills up, we actually are already 2/3 full actually. So we're not going to be able to get a lot more in that. Back into our harvester. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to actually go down here. Give myself... I'm going to turn off my straw. And I'm actually just going to run down here and do another little headland strip. Just to give myself a little bit more room. I'm going to do the same when I get to yon end as well. So I've got a bit more turning room, because the hedge seems to come in a little bit as we come down this field, so a bit more turning room. at the ends of each rows. Might be something we do in the future as well, for future harvest. We pick which direction we're actually going to harvest in, and then we actually do 2 strips each end of the field, just to give us that room to turn around. Oh, we're getting a little bit of lag. But there we go. Extra headland done. I'm just getting a little bit of lag at the minute. I think my PC's struggling a little bit. You may have noticed a little bit of a cut there in the video. Because my PC lagged massively as I was doing the row down the yon side. I need a new PC. I really do. Right. Let's do this. Nice little... Oh, we're going to do a straw row this time. So much easier with that extra space to turn around. So yeah, I think that going forward for the future, 2 rows each end of the field, harvest, take out, especially with this header and this harvester, it seems to be about the right size. And then obviously just do a headland all around the field. But that'll be about our first day here on the map. Get this wheat harvested. Either silo it and wait for a better price, because again, crop prices vary throughout the year playing the seasons. So just because we're harvesting wheat now, it might not necessarily be the best time to sell it. We will have a look at the prices screen in a second when I finish this row, and that will give us an indicator as to what we should be doing. I don't know how much the silo on this map holds and stores. I guess we'll find out. We might be limited, as in most cases on most maps, you are kind of limited on what you can store by the capacity of your silo. So if we hop into the pricing, into the menu, and we look at crops, we look at wheat, we can see the individual sale points at the minute and what they are paying for wheat. So Farmers Market is paying $512 for 1,000 litres at the moment, which is the best price, but it is falling. If we look at the fluctuations, okay, seasonal fluctuations, we can see that actually in August we are at the lowest price for wheat. The best time to sell wheat is actually in January, where it's almost twice as much. It's almost double in price. Well, certainly an extra $300 nearly. So we might hang on to the wheat then till January. Obviously, if you're struggling for cash and you want to make big changes to your farm and equipment straight away, you probably will sell the stuff that you harvest first. Your first harvest that you're doing, you will probably sell that in all likelihood. But I am going to put all this stuff into the silo, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm going to do, as we've reached the time where I kind of want to, I don't want to make these videos too long. So I will carry on now and finish this harvest. The start of the next video, I'll show you what we do with the wheat, where we're going to put it. I will then make a start on the baling and getting the straw baled and getting the bales picked up and sold. And that should hopefully be about August complete, ready to move into September. And with the move into September, we then get our 5 days a month kicking in, so we get a little bit more time to play and explore with what we're going to be doing next. And there's quite a bit to come next after we've done a harvest. Quite a bit. Okay. Because like I say, we need to do a few little things to this field. We're going to need to soil sample it because of precision farming. We're then going to need to plough it. By ploughing it, we're probably going to bring up weeds. not weeds, stones, which we will then maybe possibly have to consider removing. We might need to lime spread, but those are all things we'll cover in the second episode, ladies and gentlemen. So, thank you for watching today's first episode here on County Farms. I hope you've enjoyed, on Court Farm, should I say, not County Farms. Court Farms County Park. I will get the name right by about episode 100. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I hope to see you again with the next video very, very soon. But for now, from me, Siwadi, goodbye.